Hey guys, what's good? What's going on? Welcome back for another video. Truly appreciate you tuning in and you being here. Today's video is going to be a little bit like vlog style, and more so though just like a sit down, like chit chat, life update, moving situation, just a whole, you know, compilation of everything that's going on in my life right now. It's funny, the other day I asked you guys on Instagram story, I did a little poll and I asked you what was the main reason that you follow my YouTube channel. Was it for the fitness and the weight loss stuff, or were you here for the girl boss videos? And I gave you two options, and it's so crazy the amount of DMs that I got that I wasn't expecting that said, hey girl, just saw your poll and want to let you know I didn't choose either of the two options, because what I watch your channel for is like the mommy chit chats, the sit downs, like the real raw transparent talks about things that you go through, and also like the follow me around vlogs. But the amount of you who follow me who are moms or who are single moms or who are going through a period of struggle right now, and I guess just want to keep up with my life updates, I wasn't aware. I mean, I know you guys like those videos, but I wasn't aware that such a majority of you were only here for like that kind of stuff. So today I just wanted to do one of those. To be very honest with you, this has not been, okay, I'm not gonna cry yet. I'm gonna wait till later in the video because we're about to go in the store. Today is not, oh my God. Today has not been my morning or my afternoon. It feels like everything is just crashing down today, and that's just me being very honest with you guys. I said I would keep you up to date with my moving situation, and that's not going too great. And I just wanna be really honest with you guys about like everything that's going on. And I know I've put up a few like fitness videos and girl boss videos lately where I've been super happy and really excited about that content I've been putting up, and all of that has been really genuine. I've had a lot of like good times lately and fun with my son, but in between all of that I have definitely been going through some things personally just that I haven't like voiced on YouTube. I've realized to really like rein in what I share personally, and not that all the time, not every single thing needs to be shared. So I've just been kind of like pulling back on some of that. But today, just with a bunch of stuff like all crumbling at once, kind of, it feels like, I just feel like today is like the right time to make a video. So my mom actually has my son for like 2.5 more hours. So we're actually gonna run into Toys R Us right here. It's closing down, so I believe everything in the store is like 60 to 70% off, and I really wanna go in there and get Christian a new bike because I wanna surprise him this afternoon. His current bike, the training wheels on the back are like off center, and one of them is like falling off. And the bikes are super cheap. They're only like 80 to 90 bucks full price. So with this huge discount, I thought this would be a good time. I thought it'd be really cool to surprise him with that this afternoon, because honestly, why am I getting so emotional? Okay, I always want to like cut these parts out of the video, but this is just like real. Honestly, he's like my only joy, right? Obviously I don't have like a relationship at the moment, and like work is such a passion for me and so fun for me. Sorry you guys, there's just so many things the past few weeks that are like, it's all the emotion is coming up at once, I guess. Christian, just when I'm having a really hard morning and hard afternoon, and I wanted to do something to get my mood better and to put myself in a happier headspace and to just, you know, change my mindset and be genuinely happy today. And seeing Christian happy is what makes me happy. So I just thought it'd be cool to run into Toys R Us really quick, get him a bike. If he needs if I see anything else in there that I want to grab for him, we'll do that because a bunch of stuff is on sale. So let's go get that. Then I'm gonna meet you guys back here in the car for the like chit chat. All right guys, let's see what we can find. I got a cart because it's me, and you just never know what you're gonna find. So I really want to get him one of these cars, and every time we come in here he keeps asking for one, but honestly until we own a home there's really no place for him to ride one of these. But they are on sale, but not that much, only 10% off, so they're still about, you know, $300 to like $500. But aw, it's so cool. When we own a home I definitely want to get him one. I think that'd be super cute, but for now we'll just go find a bike. Actually this one looks super cool. It's definitely a bigger body than his last bike, and it's got the wheels. Ooh, yeah, let's do this one. I'm gonna go ask an employee if they can get it down for me. Alright, there was no employee nearby, so, you know, I just bust that bitch down myself. So let's go pay. Alright, we're back. Okay. Wanted to just like catch up with you guys like I mentioned at the beginning and do like a full like life, just like a chit chat update about where I'm at. And again, I know my audience is very supportive and I don't ever need to have like a disclaimer or anything, but I always just want to make it known in these videos that I have an incredible life. I'm so grateful for Christian. I'm so grateful for my job. Like, I don't ever want these real, like, raw chit chats to come off as a complaint in any way, because I'm so grateful for my current situation. But like anyone else, I go through things, a lot of things that are very hard on me, you know, mentally. God, I ain't getting my period or something because a bitch is emotional lately. Like anyone else, you know, I go through things, and I've mentioned this so many times in videos. I know it sounds repetitive, but with acquiring a following and having made good money the past few years, like, that doesn't mean you're not going to go through things, or that people on social media aren't going through things behind the scenes that you know nothing about, which is why I try to say on my Instagram all the time, like, be kind to people. People with millions of followers could be having so many issues behind the scenes and you have no idea. So it's just like, you know, be kind to people. And I am at, I would say, like a phase in my life where I'm overall genuinely happy. And like I said, very grateful for Christian, but just a lot's happening. So basically, you guys know I want to move. I promised I would share my home buying journey with you of being a first-time home buyer. You guys know I've been wanting a new car for so long, and I don't know, it gets me emotional because, you know, I see so many people on social media and my friends and other people who are succeeding and they're doing so amazing, right? And it's very hard for me because I want all that stuff for myself and for Christian. I want a nice house, a nice place to live. Of course I want a nice car. You know, it's not a necessity, but I've been working really hard and I've been saving money, and those are things I want. And then I see people's, you know, posts in, you know, Range Rovers and on vacation and Bora Bora, and like, it's very hard. I preach all the time that that's not real life and you can't compare your life to someone's highlights. And like, I know that's not necessarily all realistic, but I want that stuff for myself as well, and I feel like I'm working just as hard as those other people. I don't specifically know their personal life, but I feel like I'm working so hard, and I'm not at that level quite yet where I've attained all that stuff. And I know those blessings are coming, like, at the right time, in God's timing, and I just need to have a little bit of patience. But yeah, recently, you guys know I've been wanting to move. So basically, I ended up applying for a home, literally my dream home. Had everything I've been wanting, everything I've been sharing with you guys, like an open layout, hardwood in every single room of the house, not an inch of carpet in there, a huge backyard, perfect for Christian, my dream, like, white kitchen. Literally everything gets me emotional lately. Like my dream white kitchen and just everything. Basically, I didn't get the house. They picked someone else. And I promised you guys I'd be really transparent with my home buying journey and let you know how it goes, because it's so different for me being self-employed. I have realized, even though this is the most like success I've ever had and the most money I've ever had saved up, applying for things when you're self-employed is really hard, and it's been a struggle for me lately with getting a car and getting a house. A lot of people don't like, so with YouTube and stuff, obviously you get paid through different sponsors. Your pay is always changing. One month you can work with a brand, one month you can work with a different brand. Sometimes they Venmo you, sometimes they PayPal you, sometimes they give you a 1099. And when you go to apply for things, you know, normal home people who want to give you a home or give you a car, they want to see a stable pay. They want to see that you have a W-2. They want to see that you've had a stable job for years. A lot of people still don't necessarily fully understand being self-employed with YouTube and Instagram, and they don't really understand, like, if you told them, oh, I do Instagram for a living, people are like, what? Like, a lot of people, and this family who was selling this house, they're older. They were like 50, I think they were like 60, like this old couple who was, not saying that's old, but they were like renting out their retirement home. And they ended up telling me that they like checked out my YouTube and they thought I was amazing and like they supported me, but they didn't understand like the type of income that I had. Of course, I submitted all my pay. I made plenty to get this house. Basically, the mortgage would be pretty close to what I'm paying in my rent on my current condo, so definitely something I could afford. And I guess they just thought, the way they worded it, they thought, you know, every month my pay could go up and down. It just wasn't stable. And like, even though I have plenty in the bank and, you know, my credit's totally fine now, I have repaired it from a few years ago that I shared with you guys. And you know, this is a response I've got from a lot of people over the years when I've applied for my previous 3 apartments. It's been really hard to get approved. I've totally made enough money, and like, I know that my job is stable, but having to explain to people how I get paid from different sponsors every month and like compile all my 1099s and all my PayPal statements, like, it's been really tough, and that's hard. Like, it's hard for me to know that I'm making the most I've ever made, and you know, I have a lot in savings and stuff, and I see other people who make less than me who are homeowners and who have like really nice cars, and like it's easier for them to get approved for stuff, and like the family they ended up choosing for this house, well, I'm not sure how much they made or anything. I don't know if I like made more than them, but I guess they were married, and the reason they accepted them into this, they basically won this house over me, is because they had 2 incomes. And I'm sure they were just like normal retail jobs or whatever they did. You know, they had like 2 W-2s put together, and it just seems to be so much easier when approving you looking in, you're like a family and you've got stable income and there's 2 people there, and it just, I don't know, like I said, I know my time is coming. I know my perfect home is out there, and this just wasn't like the one. But you know, I'm so ready to just move Christian into one place and stay there and it be consistent. I don't want him to constantly have to be moving. I want him to grow up and see that I work really hard, and I want to give him the world, like everything. I want him to just have one house that he can grow up in, and you know, like, I'm sick of moving. I'm sick of, and to be really honest with you guys, I'm sick of doing everything on my own as well. And again, I hesitate saying that so much because I know a lot of you look up to me, and I get messages and DMs on Instagram all the time of like, I'm a single mom too, and like looking up to you, seeing how you've done it. How do you manage all your time with YouTube and your son? And like, you must be such a boss managing your time, and like, you're doing amazing. I'm not doing amazing all the time, you guys. Like, yes, I try to keep it together, again, which I've like talked about this before, but I hesitate coming on camera and being like breaking down and showing you guys that I am like also going through this, when I know a lot of you look up to me. I don't want to be like necessarily like quotes a role model who is having a breakdown of their own, you know? But yeah, I mean, being single with Christian for so long, like, he's 5.5, you know, obviously I wish I would have met someone by now who's, you know, amazing and a great role model for him, and we could be doing everything together. You know, we could be applying for a house together, and like, just everything that I've got to do for Christian on my own is a lot for one person. And I would do it all over again. Like, I would do anything that I need to do for Christian. I will do it. Like, please know that's not a complaint. Anything this kid needs, like, he's my whole life. I'll do it, you know? It's just that mentally it does wear down on me, and physically, like, I'm exhausted sometimes. You guys know Christian gets sick very often. We actually just did 2 of his like breathing treatments last night. I stayed up till like 3:30 a.m. because I wanted to make sure he was still breathing. Like, I wanted to make sure he wasn't straining and that he was like elevated when he was sleeping. There's a lot of like extra cautionary things I have to do to keep up with Christian's health and with his speech delay, and do like extra learning time at home, and just so many things that I have to do extra with him because he was preemie and needs that extra attention. And again, that's fine. It's just, it's a lot for one person, you know? And some weeks I'll feel like I am a total boss babe and I've got my time management down and like I'm doing everything right. And then the next week it will just get to me, because especially with really wanting to advance my YouTube and social media and my academy courses, all of that requires so much of me and so much of a time investment from me, again, which is fine. I absolutely love my job and I'm doing it because I'm passionate about it, but I've just put myself in a place where I have to be accessible to you guys, excuse me, so much, you know. I still try to respond to a bunch of direct messages and like all the comments on YouTube, and like just doing all of that and trying to be fully present with Christian has always been a little bit of a struggle on how to like balance everything. And yeah, you guys know, of course I've talked about like wanting a relationship. I wish Christian had a stable father figure in his life who would, you know, from the beginning, but that's not how it was. I don't want anything to do with his dad. He doesn't want anything to do with us. He is fully out of the picture, so that's not an option at all. I was just wishing, I was really hoping that, you know, as Christian got older here, I would have finally met someone and we'd be together forever, and that would be it, you know. I've had 3 pretty like intense heartbreaks in my life, and I feel like 3 is plenty. I feel like I learned a lot from each one and I don't need another one, so I am just manifesting, you know, that the next person who I end up with, that is going to be the forever one, and that's going to be my soulmate. And every single thing that I went through, and the heartbreak and all the struggle with Christian on my own, the hospital and the NICU and like all of that, is going to be so incredibly worth it when I, you know, do find that person and we can start our like forever life together. And that sounds like corny. And again, not a complaint. Like, I know there's single moms out there who are raising 3 kids by themselves, who are like working 2 jobs, and it's like, I feel bad even coming on here and being emotional. It's like, who am I to complain when I do have an incredible life? I want to let you guys know I'm so aware of that, and I'm so aware of that because you watch my videos and my Instagram and everything, that's why I even have what I have. But at the same time, I'm just recognizing that I do have these feelings and these times when I go through shit as well, and I want to just be real about that, because I think a lot of social media is not fake, but only showing the good and only showing the highlights and only showing the success and the money. And like, I want to share my accomplishments with you guys, but I also want to share like the shitty time, like the days when I just feel like shit. Like today was like this morning I had like 2 full breakdowns before I went out to run my errands. And yeah, I don't know, I always, and these are the videos I'm like most apprehensive to put up, but then I always get the best comments of like, we're here for you, I'm also going through that, thank you for showing me that, you know, even with a social media following or like whatever you want to call it, that you also go through shit. And like, those are the YouTubers and Instagrammers I relate to the most, people who post the actual real stuff, and I truly get to know their heart and their personality more. So that's like, even though I'm always apprehensive to upload these videos, that's like what keeps me doing it, because I just want to stay like, you know, as connected with you guys and just keep it real on like shit I'm going through. Certain stuff, like I said, I am gonna have to start keeping private. I realized at the beginning of my YouTube journey I was maybe sharing a little bit too much, so I've kind of reined some of that in, but certain things I do still want to let you guys in on, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't like just turn on the camera and like share with you, because I do think of you guys as more than subscribers, and for 4 years I've shared my whole life, so I want to continue to do that. So yeah, I may end off this vlog right here. If the vlog ends after this, just know that when I got home, Christian was napping and I couldn't show you any footage, or we're gonna go home and surprise him with the bike. We will see. But either way, I love you guys. I truly, truly appreciate you. I'd appreciate, just give this video a thumbs up for me if you are into just like the raw life updates. Really does let me know what you guys wanna see. I appreciate you, and I love you, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.